I am live. It is Thursday, the 8th of May, and I am reading The Invisible Way, A Time to Love, A Time to Die. This is a book by Reshad Feild, published 1979. He passed away in 2016. This is a book about his life when he met Nur. He met her in Turkey. He came back to England, and they are now both visiting John, who is very ill, and Reshad has gone to London to fetch Elizabeth, who is an old friend of John's, and bring her back to see him. Elizabeth and I had agreed to meet at a pub near the restaurant, and she was already there when I arrived. "You've had a good day, I hope," she asked. "What did you do?" My mood had lifted somewhat, but everything still felt displaced and meaningless. I did my best to explain while she listened, patiently. Finally she interrupted, giving a huge wink. "You're too serious. Just when you are getting somewhere, you start thinking and look at the result." I did start the whole thing off in a way by asking you to look at the future, but that was necessary. What you have to learn is how to live in two worlds at once. But by that I mean the world around us, the world of form, and the other world. They both need each other, don't you think? Her face was perfectly non-committal, but I sensed she was teasing me. After all, they are only separated so that you can see them more clearly. First you see one, then the other. When you really get it together, you will see that they are one and the same, just appearing differently. But enough. We've got dinner to eat. I get out so seldom, it's a special treat. Just enjoy yourself, and the confusion will go. Sophie's restaurant was a hive of activity that night. I had booked a table, which was lucky, as the place was packed. A Scottish folk group was playing, and the word had got round. Extra chairs had been brought in, and the waitresses were squeezing their way through the throng to serve food. It was a joyful evening. The group sang many Scottish ballads, and everyone joined in the choruses. A piper came with them, the skirl of the bagpipes quickening a sense of courage and bravery that few other instruments can produce. Sophie was at her usual happy self, greeting the guests at the tables, occasionally dancing a few steps with the group before returning to the kitchen to bring out another serving of borscht or bœuf bourguignon. Elizabeth and I sang with the rest. "Don't worry, darlings, we'll have time to talk later," Sophie called. Things quietened down around 11 o'clock. The group went on to another restaurant, and the guests were filtering out. I took the opportunity to call Noor and to say that things were fine again, and that we would be leaving in the morning to arrive at John's by lunchtime, if possible. Sophie came to sit with us. "You didn't say you knew him," she said to Elizabeth, pointing at me. "You naughty woman, always keeping secrets from poor Sophie. What's he been doing this time then?" They both laughed together, and then Elizabeth went on to tell her about Noor and me and about John. "I would like to see him again," said Sophie. "It's been a long time now. We have all been with the same school," she said to me, "even if we don't speak of it. John, Sophie and others worked together in London more than 20 years ago. It was a time of great preparation. Now some of us are teachers, some are here, some are there. Sophie runs a restaurant, but we are always together if we follow the way. Isn't that right, darling?" she said, with her arm around Elizabeth. "When are you, silly lady, going to give up this piece of glass?" she said, picking up her monocle. "Sophie sees better out of her one eye without any glass." They burst into hoots of laughter then, and it was so infectious that the remaining customers in the restaurant joined in. "You mind your own business," Sophie said, turning to them. "This is my business. You come again tomorrow and see me." That makes Sophie very happy. "You not worry, darling," she said to us. "Everything going to be fine. A play is a player. No?" So actually this was the end of chapter 15, and I start a new chapter on the next reading.